Hey, what's up, players? Welcome to another video. Today, we've got a lot to talk about. Besides the new epic pack that just dropped and the exciting event for the Spanish clubs, something really unexpected happened. Something that's got a lot of people talking. So, what's the big deal? Well, the rankings and standings for the national teams in the latest tournament have completely disappeared, my friend. That's right, Konami pulled a surprise move and no one saw it coming. We were all expecting the standings to stick around until the end of the tournament, especially since we've still got about 7 full days left before everything wraps up. But nope, they're gone. Now, here's the thing. The third round of the tournament is supposed to start next week. But before you get ahead of yourself, you've got to be aware that the first and second rounds are actually ending in just 2 days. That's right, Thursday is the deadline. If you haven't participated yet and you're still thinking about it, you better act fast because after Thursday, the window closes and you won't be able to join the tournament anymore. Also, a quick heads up, the third round won't start on Thursday like some might think. It's actually kicking off on Friday. I know it says that the third round starts on October 18th, and some people might have gotten confused, but yeah, that's Friday, not Thursday. So mark your calendars for Friday if you're planning to be part of that next stage. So why did Konami remove the rankings in the first place? Well, it's likely because they wanted to keep things fair for everyone, especially for the players who are just now joining the tournament. Think about it. If you could see the rankings, some people might just pick the top performing teams and ride that wave, right? By hiding the rankings, Konami's making sure that when players pick their teams for the first and second rounds, they're doing it without any bias based on how well the teams are ranked. That way, you're choosing your team based on how much you like them or their style, not just because they're ranked at the top. And here's the deal. There are still loads of people who haven't picked their teams yet. They're waiting until the last minute, probably planning to pick whichever team looks like they'll win the most coins. But now, with the rankings hidden, you've got to make your decision based on your gut, not just what the rankings say. You've got until Thursday to pick your team. And remember, you need to complete both the first and second rounds if you want to be part of the third round when it kicks off. Now, I know a lot of you are curious about the team rankings before they were hidden, and I've got them right here for you. But let me tell you, these rankings are likely going to change a lot by Thursday. Why? Well, like I said, there are still tons of people who haven't made their picks yet, and once they do, they'll be jumping into the first and second rounds, scoring goals, and that could shift the rankings in a big way. Some teams might climb up to higher positions, while others might drop down to lower spots. It's all still up in the air, so anything can happen between now and Thursday. Now let's talk about something really important, the coins. I know a lot of you want to know how many coins the winning teams will get, so let me break it down for you. If we look back at the last tournament, when Konami distributed the coins, the top 5 teams ended up with the following amounts. France, in first place, received 20 coins, while the other 4 teams in the top 5 each got 10 coins. That's a pretty big difference, right? But here's where it gets even more interesting. When you consider how many people picked each team, you start to see how that coin distribution really plays out. For example, in the last tournament, about 4 million people picked France, and 3.5 million went with Portugal. Around 3 million players chose England, about 2 million picked Germany, and roughly 1.8 million selected Spain. Those are some big numbers, and they give you an idea of just how popular these teams are. But here's the thing. If we assume that the same number of players pick these teams in the current tournament, the coins will be divided among all those players. So let's say 4 million players choose France again. If the total coin pool is 400 million, then each player will only get around 80 coins. That's better than the 20 coins they got last time. Now let's talk about Argentina. If around 3 million players pick Argentina, each player would get about 65 coins. Not too bad, right? But here's where Brazil comes in, and unfortunately, their situation isn't looking great. Brazil has scored a similar number of goals to Argentina, which means the number of people who picked them is probably close too. But Brazil is ranked 3rd, which means they'll only get 100 million coins to split. So each player who picked Brazil will only end up with around 35 coins. That's a big drop from what Argentina players are getting. As for England, a lot of players picked them too, but they're currently in 4th place. That means 25 million coins will be shared among them. If we're being optimistic and assume only 2 million people picked England, each player would get around 20 coins. Spain is in a similar situation. Each player who picked them will probably get about 15 coins. I know these numbers might seem kind of low, but after seeing what happened in the last tournament, I think most of us know what to expect from Konami by now. There's not much room for surprises when it comes to how they distribute the coins. In the end, I think a lot of players who haven't picked their teams yet will go for France. That's going to increase the number of people picking them, which means the total number of coins each person gets will likely drop to around 60 or 70 coins per player. No matter how it plays out though, it's safe to say that nobody from the top 5 teams is going to get more than 80 coins. Even the teams ranked 10th or 15th might see a slight bump in the number of coins they get, but it's not going to be a huge difference. Konami was pretty smart with how they set up the coin distribution this time around. They've made it so the gap between teams isn't too big, so no one's gonna feel like they're missing out on a massive prize just because they didn't pick the top team. Alright, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys found this breakdown helpful, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if this is your first time here. And don't forget to drop me a cool comment down below. Peace out.